It's begun. My journey. Well, it's starting off in a very bad. Did I just say bad with a V? Bad mood. Today, which is on January 17, 2024, where I'm currently recording this, I haven't done a single shit in 5 days. I haven't done any practice, I haven't done any study, nor any what is exercise. I haven't done anything productive. For the past 5 days I haven't done a single shit. This is a great way to start the fucking episode. Well, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I do plan to make this into a solo podcast. Also, I need to have an introduction. I'm not even sure if this is going to be episode 1. It could be a pivot episode or pivot episode. Like episode 0 or something like that. But right now, welcome to the first episode of Talk&Play. I've been actually thinking or going over what I'm going to be naming the series that I'll be posting in my YouTube channel. Since I've had my Minecraft series, I've had that for many years by now. I've started that when I started my first ever survival world. Anyways, let's actually start off by making a world. I completely forgot. Also, yeah, this is Terraformacraft R1. It's a mod pack I've been playing. I have like plans or episodes that'll include different games. Well, okay, obviously we have to like set the rules or what's going to be happening in this in this series, right? So I guess first of all we have to start off with an introduction. That's that's a given. And well, obviously we'll just start off with hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of, or the episode 0. Like I said, I've repeated myself. Now that I think about it, I've repeated myself. This is Talk&Play or Talk&Play. It's very original, if I do say so myself. It's just me playing and talking at the same time. It's just me commentating. And currently, what I'm doing right now is playing Minecraft. I am currently playing Minecraft while I'll be talking about what has happened in my life. Obviously, it's not going to be interesting, and, well, what you will expect from this video, expectations from this series is, well, I have no clue. I do have plans of what to do in this quote-unquote solo podcast. And, well, it wasn't exactly a planned thing. It was an abrupt idea that I wanted to make. It happened during the Christmas of last year, so 2023, right? I was thinking to myself, like, I should probably upload some videos. And since I was already doing studies in conversations and I was doing studies in communication and speech. So I thought to myself that I should make a solo podcast. So here I am. I'll be doing a solo podcast. It depends whether or not I'll be bringing in guests with or invitations of my friends and all that. My very few friends. So, what's this thing? View tower. Yes, I have many of those. And also, okay, let's talk about the premise of the podcast, the solo podcast, which again I'm not sure yet. I haven't actually laid down the plans properly. I just have rough ideas, concepts, and so on and so forth. It's just that for now. So I'm thinking of making this the episode 0 of the Let's Talk or Talk&Play or Talk&Play and so on and so forth. So I think the idea first is that I have to get out is the main purpose and the reason why I made this, or I came up with this idea of making videos in YouTube, in my YouTube channel, and just talking and all and all. The crux of it really comes down to training and practicing my speech and my articulation and how I speak and overall my communication skills. But it's going to be done in English. I speak 3 languages currently. I speak my native language, which is Ilocano, and then my second language, which would be English, which is what I'm currently using right now, and my third language, which is Filipino. I am not, or no, Tagalog. I forgot. It's not Filipino, it's Tagalog, my third language. And, well, let's see here. I lost my I lost my train of thought there. So, I'll be focusing mainly on speaking in English, I think, because that's going to help me more later in life. And overall, I just want to, expand how I talk and how I expand my conversations, my topic, and all that shit. And also, one more thing to really, one more important aspect of this whole machination, I suppose, is there's going to be a lot of lists. Let me actually get myself a sign and look at that beacon. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the game later on, obviously, and what happened yesterday, because I did play the server yesterday. Like, for a very long time I was offline in this server, and for whatever reason, I got into the server. And I'm gonna tell the story later on, but for now, I just wanna lay down what's going to happen for this series. And first of all, we need a wood board. We need an idea board, our list board. Let's put it in here. We gotta put it in our house. This is our temporary house currently. I don't know. There's a decent looking area over here. Might as well. I guess I can put it here. Where could I put it? I mean, I could really put it anywhere. Let me look around, see which is the better place. This could be a good one, but it's not done yet. And I I grabbed myself birch logs instead of the the appropriate materials. Let me see if I can get myself some of the. What do I need actually? What is the palette of this building? Oak, mainly oak, I think. So I guess let's see if I have some oak left. It's been a while since I've actually played in this server, nor play Minecraft at all. Actually, it's been a while since that happened. Yeah, because I've sort of just went offline. It's more of a burnout, right? So I've become less intrigued by the game for the past, how long I've been playing this game. It's been a long time. I think it's over 10 years by now, I think. Let me drink for a second. Okay, I'm back. We have a 3x3 area here that we can list down all the necessary bits that we have to lay down the foundation of this podcast before we officially, make the first episode, I suppose. So I guess we can start off by naming what the podcast is going to be. I've already had many names. The first name that I thought of immediately when thinking of a podcast name, since it sort of relates to what I'm going to be doing. So it was like Talk&Play. It doesn't make sense. It's unoriginal. It's so boring. I love it. And there's also Talk&Play, which I've just came up with it right now, which is cool. Yeah, when I was setting up the recording setup, I was trying to like brainstorm what kind of name I'm going to be, the title for this podcast. So there was obviously there was like my first one, which was Talks&Play, which again doesn't make sense. And then there's like the second one, which is Talk&Play, which again, very, very original. Obviously, sarcasm there. And that's all currently what I can think of. I do want it to be sort of iconic, where it's going to be remembered. But since this is more true to art, or true to my heart, since I thought of it and it was like an immediate reaction. It kind of fits the theme in a sense. It fits the theme, and it really says what's going to, or what the podcast is going to be. But again, it lacks originality, and I don't like that. Also, I need some glow ink sacks. Oh, look at that! Perfect. I have nine pieces. Thank goodness I got some of those. Oh yeah, do you get the ink sac back if you break the signs? Do you get that back? Hopefully. Okay, let's just start off by doing that. That is kind of a hard place to put it. It's hard to read. You have to position yourself correctly before you can properly read it. It's Talks&Play or Talk&Play. So that's the two thing first. Or you can be here, if you want a closer look. But let's proceed. So the premise, or what you can expect from this, the purpose. What's the purpose of this solo podcast? Well, the first idea, the reason why it was made in the first place was to improve my communication and speech skills. So that's like my first and go-to reason, or what's it called? Oh, I forgot. That also brings us to the second reason why, which is to improve my articulation. Okay, I don't think that fits in, so let me fix that. Articulation and vocabulary. Improve my articulation and vocabulary of the English alphabet of English. Let me clarify it, or let me specify it, which is going to be English. I want to improve my articulation and vocabulary skills in English. In English or on English? Now, no, that's going to be the question you're going to be expecting when you're going to be watching this episode 0, or this whole entire series. It's going to be a series of questions of like trying to figure out what this is, what that is, and if you guys are going to come along with me, you can comment down in the comment section down below of the YouTube system. And you can just comment down and fix what the fuck I'm not doing correctly, and or answer my questions and all that shit. Improve my articulation and vocabulary in English. Let's start off with that. Why not? So that's going to be it. Talk&Play. Improve my communication and speech skills. Improve my articulation and vocabulary in English. And also, I suppose this is one of the basic. Let's see here. Let's think of a word, a proper sentence for me to properly convey what I'm going to say, because I forgot. Oh no. Okay. Lessen my filler words. Is there a term for that? The filler words. Lessen filler words, words and oh fuck, oh I forgot I forgot the name. I forgot the word for it, the terminology for it. Oh no, I forgot. Cuss word. Let's start off with just the cuss word. Filler words and cuss words. Lessen those. So it's going to be some sort of prohibit for me to, I guess improve overall, like the clarity and the let's see, the clarity and I guess the convincingness of my voice. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been watching a bunch of YouTubers. One of them, I forgot his name. Wait, let me shout out to this guy because he's kind of a good YouTube teacher, I suppose, for speech and communication. Communication improve YouTube. Forgot his name. I've been watching a couple of his videos, and it has given me a couple of insights. It's given me a couple of insights on what to study and just simply like, what to improve and all that. It's given me a wider horizon, you could say. That's a phrase. Oh, this is gonna be cringy as fuck, but let's improve together, why don't we? This is the purpose of it all. After all, that's the whole thing. His name is Vin Yihang. I'm sorry. I am very sorry if I butchered the pronunciation of that word, but it's Vian V. Wait, it's VINHGINN or GIANG. This guy right here. This guy has been giving me a couple of insights. Like I said, I don't want to keep repeating myself because it feels redundant and all that shit. Yeah. Alright, so those are the list of things, the list of what you can expect, or, well, the list of things to do, or the agendas of things to do for the solo podcast that I'm going to do. And obviously, it's going to expand wider in the future, where once I've become adequate enough to, talk in English and just speak naturally, without having for me to think for every word to assemble a sentence for every seconds. That's why I'm speaking so slowly right now, and I'm not speaking as fast as I would imagine, because I'm not that good at speaking anything in English. But yeah, right now that's the thing. Let me reread it first. Talk&Play, Talk&Play, improve my communication and speech skills, improve my articulation and vocabulary in English, lessen filler words and cuss words, and then this guy was the YouTuber. Okay, I think I forgot a couple of the things needed to be listed down in this board, but for now, let's, use that as the foundation. Why not? This will also train my endurance. I think it'll definitely train my endurance, because right now I am absolutely catching air, or whatever. I forgot the phrase, but I'm out of breath. Yes, right now I'm very much out of breath. I need to drink for every second. For every minutes. I need my voice, God damn it. Yeah, I forgot. Anyways, let's proceed with the story time, I suppose. We can, proceed to that segment. Let me just drink for a second again. My second drink for this session. That reminds me, I should get myself a book, so that wherever whatever something comes up into my mind, I can write it down in a book. Oh, good. That was a creeper. Well, okay. Well, I mean, the server doesn't have mob griefing on, so I can just do that. But that still terrified me. And there's also another one right there. That's yeah, that's great. So how do you make books? Book and quill. Do you need ink sacs? Oh god, I forgot how to BBB. How do you do this? How do you write, or how do you craft a book and quill? Book and quill. Oh, okay. So, one book, one ink sac, and one feather. Oh goodness. Why do I have 8 ender chests? Let's see here. Do I have a book anywhere? Perhaps some leather? Let's see here. Oh, look at that. How much do you need for a book again? Oh yeah, also, pardon when I get silent. I just don't know what to talk about when that happens. I guess I can talk about some other things, but also I don't think I can really talk. I can't think and talk at the same time. I have a book in the chest and I couldn't see it. What's wrong with me? Oh, thank goodness I have an ink sac, and I also have feathers. Okay. Also, one thing to mention, I believe that oh, that's an awful way to start the sentence. I think that I have. I'm trying to think like what's the proper sentencing for this for this idea. Ah, God damn it, I forgot. Also, I die easily because I I barely have any armor with me. Oh well, fight each other. Oh no, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh no, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh goodness gracious. Die! Oh yeah, I was going to mention that I do have, I think anyway, I believe that I have some sort of a speech impairment. I think so. It's hard for me to talk properly, that's why I'm making this again to improve that. To get rid of that filthy, pesky, nuisance. So yeah. I think the last time I uploaded a Leisurity, which is the server. Let me actually introduce you to the server. This is the server of, it's an SMP of my friends and I. It was created like very long ago. It was created when the first episode of this was uploaded in YouTube, in my YouTube channel. You can actually go and check that out. Well, it's not that great, and I wasn't really speaking in English. Well, again, I wasn't speaking in English, and I was just, you know, going around because that was when I first entered. Yeah, that was when I first joined the server. And the surrounding, as it is now from back then, has changed a lot because I've actually terraformed the starter island where my friend Cyan had his like first base was in the middle of this island, but I took it down and I promised to like what's it called? Promised to rebuild it into a town hall so that we have a central city. But since I've been technically out of Minecraft for quite a long time now, I haven't actually been getting around to building that, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so this is my SMP with my friends. It's an SMP. It's the name of the SMP, as we've actually decided, is called Leisurity, as in leisure and itty, like serenity, something like that. Yeah. So the name was the name was suggested by me. The name of the server, the name of the SMP was suggested by me, and it was called Leisurity, and I came up with the word Leisurity, as in leisure and serenity. And apparently they liked it. They didn't really had any complaints as to any and yeah, they didn't really have any complaints about the name, regarding the name. So there wasn't any much change from the original naming. So they just went along with what I had in mind. So it's now called officially the Leisurity SMP, and we do plan on making like seasons, as similar to like Hermitcraft, you know that server. So there was like season 1 to currently in season 9 actually. The season 9 of Hermitcraft is finished. It was done from when, I don't actually know when, but I think it was last year it was done. And now they're planning on making season 10, and I really, really am excited for the season 10 of Hermitcraft. But I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be watching it, since technically I had like a full-on frenzy, or a binge watch of, of watching the whole entirety of Grian's perspective in Hermitcraft. But yeah, I sort of just stopped when Grian was... Grian, in the middle of Hermitcraft Season 9, he sort of just, you know... he went away for the majority of the Decked Out saga. Yeah, when Tango made the Decked Out minigame in the server. Whole entirety of like the progress of the buildings and like storylines or whatever shenanigans they came up with got completely cut off because of Tango's like minigame. And I'm not blaming Tango at all, because that game, that minigame of Tango, the Decked Out 2, it was Decked Out 2, and that was actually really cool. And that was also when I started my, what's it called? When I became what the hell? I became a fan, or I began starting initializing. What kind of redundant shit was that? And that was when I began to watch Tango's videos, past Hermitcraft videos. I didn't watch his whole like Hermitcraft thing, and I didn't binge watch that whole thing, obviously. But yeah, his Decked Out minigame was really fucking cool. I'm not I'm not making any maps anytime soon. We've discussed yesterday. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna talk about yesterday later on in this video. But for now, I sort of just tangent away from what I was talking about, which was the history of this server, since this is like the first time in a while where the server saw any light. Because I think currently I have my first episode, which was the only episode where the server actually got any exposure in the public sphere of YouTube. And I don't know how many views it's got, but I think it got a lot. No, well, by my standards, it was a lot. I'm still a very small YouTuber after all. I don't even know my subscription count. Oh goodness gracious! Wait, let me have a look at it. Let's see here. YouTube. For 8 years now, for 8 years where my channel has been up, that's a terrible sentence, I've still got myself 26 subscribers. It really just goes to show how good of a YouTuber I am. Yeah, nah. Yeah, so it was like, that was like the first time the SMP got shown into the light, I suppose, if you take that what's it called, phrase, idiom, whatever. So that was like the first episode of the SMP, and then my friend Cyan, which is this is his plot right here. This is literally his whole entire building. God damn it. Well, this sucks. Why did it started raining? What is up with that? So this is his whole. This is like his new base. He moved. Well, there was like a lot of things happened. It's kind of a long story. Yeah, obviously because it's been 2 years, for goodness sake. But the history behind it is that he moved away from this first initial like base he made from this central island, and then he moved very far away, like thousands of blocks away. But over time, what happened then was he sort of just came back and then built his first house, which was this. It was still like a very small house. This was the first house he made when he decided to like move back here, and it just it just oh god. My brain's going seriously fucking I need to calm down. Okay, well, let me just calm down a little bit because I think my brain just went in a short circuit just now. Okay, let's take in a couple of breathers. Why don't we do that? Why do we have this thing? Let me get rid of it. So he started off with this first base of his in this plot of land, and then he expanded, and then made this whole entire actual area his entire domain. So I have the central island for myself because I I called dibs on it because it's the central island, and I had plans of making it into a full-on like majestic terraformed area, and I still do have those plans. I have it like drawn in my digital device in Ibis Paint. I had it drawn a full layout of what it's going to look like, and yeah, the final product is going to look really epic, obviously, because I'm an artist after all. It's fucking pretentious. But currently what I have is this thing, which I'll be talking about it more later on, but let's start off with my friend Cyan here. So he went far away, moved away from the first months of the server, first birth month. That doesn't make sense. The earlier stages of the server. He moved away afterwards into thousands of blocks. Actually, I have to go and show the amount of work he's made in the server, because he has been the only or the most he has been the most active out of all of us in this server after all. So I'm definitely gonna show like every single thing he's done. But first of all, yeah, he moved away thousands of blocks. I don't know which directions, but I know the route to get there. And then after a while he decided to come back here with us so that it's closer with us, obviously. And this was the first house, and then he expanded. He made a boat. He made like a secret underwater base. That was that. And then he made a bee for some reason. I don't know why. And then afterwards, after like a couple of months, he made farms. He even has an achievement hall, like an advancement hall or whatever he called it. It's an achievement hall. He said it to me like yesterday when we were talking about about a couple of things. Actually, we discussed about a couple of things in Minecraft, but that's going to be a conversation later on, or that's going to be a topic later on. But oh yeah, also these elytras and like fireworks. Obviously, the firework farm came from the creeper farm right over there where I shown you. That was that. And then the elytra, he went into the nether. Like he already beaten the ender dragon when we said we planned this. We said to him like, oh, we should beat the Ender Dragon together as like a team, as like an SMP group. You know what I mean? But then, a year later, where we were so inactive in the server, he just went in, just like, oh, guys, it's fine. I've beaten the Ender Dragon. It's like, oh yeah, it's fine. And then we were just like, oh, nice, dude. Oh, goodness gracious, that's so cool. And then he showed us like 3 sets of elytra, and then gifted it to us 4. Well, it was like the 4 members of the SMP currently. He gifted us the elytra and then like a shulker box, shulker box, 5 shulker box each. So there's like mine. Let me go fly back there into my measly base. There's like 5 shulker bucks that he gifted me, and then there's another 5 from the guy who made the server, which is this guy. He made the temple as well. This is basically a shrine, the god, the server creator, which is another member of the SMP. He gifted them an elytra and then 5 more shulker bucks. He hasn't actually been active in the server. I don't think he even have any like interest in getting into the server anymore, since this was like years ago. Well, not years ago, probably yes, last year, in the middle of last year. I don't know, I forgot. But yeah, he gifted us food, he gifted us shulker boxes, and then he gifted us elytras. I was like, whoa, that's cool. we just said like, yeah, dude, it's cool, it's fine, you can do whatever you want now. We're so inactive that you can basically just forget about this. And then in that time, he made a whole entire set of lists that he wanted to do, and this is basically his like proof of the achievements he's done in this SMP. So first of all, I guess we're gonna start off here. He's made a zombie pigment farm. He's made a hogland farm. He's made a blaze farm. He's made an enderman farm. He's made a slime farm, which I don't even know where that is. He's made a creeper farm, and then he's made a mob farm. I think that's all of the farms he's made. Obviously, there's like the agricultural farms. So like he's made like basically every single farm at this point into this small domain he has. And then other achievements he's done is 9 totems. I don't know what the hell that even is. He has the elytra achievement, obviously. That's commendable. Dragon head, okay, and then you have the end, proof of defeating the Ender Dragon, and we have Wither, and then he has the Wither defeat. Then 2 music disc, rare music disc. Well, I mean, I guess it's more of an uncommon music disc at this point. I think you can just go around in the Nether and then just stumble across a couple of the big step music discs, but it's still an achievement because we haven't fucking done anything in this server. And then there's also this one, Relic, which is, I haven't even heard of this because I've been off in the Minecraft news for a while. I don't even know what kind of music it does. Well, currently I can't play it because my Minecraft game volume is very low right now, or it could also be muted at this point. So that's all he's done. That's a lot. That's a lot, especially in comparison to us. That's a lot. He even has beacons. He gifted me a beacon, for goodness sake. He has like another one here. So this is like his storage area. This is like his first beacon, and then I think he has another one in his ender chest, and then I think there was another one in his like somewhere else here. I don't know where, but he has 3 beacons, I think, and then he gifted me 1. Could you imagine that? This guy has been so busy in this server that it's like, what the hell? Oh, goodness gracious. So yeah, I don't know if I should show you guys the other base. I guess I should. Yeah, you know what? I I should finish reviewing or showcasing Cyan's domain first before getting into the other guys, because the other guys aren't that big. Yeah, their progress in this SMP hasn't been really that significant compared to, like, you know, this guy, this grind guy. Yeah, look at this building. It's so cool. What even is this thing? I don't know what the hell that is. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. There's this thing, an arena he built when we were discussing about, like, PvP in the server. He had the time to actually build a full-scale arena for us to, like, you know, play. And just look at this. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, this guy has been so busy. I'm genuinely impressed at, like, how much he's done. But yeah. Let's go. Let's proceed to the other base. The base from. Oh my goodness! I haven't even looked. I haven't even seen this yet. What's happening here? It's a full on pedestal for the beacon. Holy shit! What is this thing? Okay, there's a couple of new things that has happened when I was offline. Yeah, it's not like I was it wasn't like a straight line where I was offline in the server. There was like a couple of days, a couple of weeks where I was on the server finishing some terraforming, and so I would usually, you know, stumble, or yeah, I would usually sneak by and, like, get a look at what's happened into his base. And yeah, I've seen this part, but I haven't seen this whole beacon thing. Oh my god. Okay, well, let me show you one more thing he's done, which is fucking incredible. It's the Nether system, or the Nether network he's made. It's a full-on network. Okay, so I think if I remember correctly, this what color is this? Purple? No, that's not purple. That's violet. Is it violet? I don't know. It could be pink as well. But let's go with violet. So this, no, it's not purple nor violet. What is this? Magenta? Is it magenta? No, I don't think it's magenta as well. Oh, I think it's called magenta. Yeah, I think it's magenta. I don't know. Yeah, this magenta lane goes through, goes to the Ender Dragon portal, the end portal. I mean. So yeah, this is the path that goes to there, and that's a network in and of itself. And then there's, like, separated networks that goes into yeah, you know, the bases are separated bases. I don't know where this goes through. Is there a sign? Nope. It hasn't put in any signs. I thought that was a magma cube just now. So I think the first portal was up here, if I remember correctly. See, he's even put in rail tracks so that he doesn't have to, like, walk, so that he can just, like, he explained it to us, and he said, like, yeah, I should make the server a railway track for my other base, so that it's a lot easier for me to travel without having me to, like, you know, interact with the keyboard and or that other stuff, you know what I mean? He said that, and it's like, okay. And then I hop on in the server, and I just saw this. It's a full-on railway. It's cool. It's so cool. This was the first portal, I think. So yeah, this guy. So this is like his. This is the other member. That is offline now, and those goes through an offshoot of other things. But the main objective is to go visit the old base, the far base of Science. Oh goodness! I'm still not very good at this. Okay. Ooh. Oh god! Be careful now. Ow. I'm lost. I am officially lost. I don't know where to go. Where does this even go? I don't know. Well, good god. Oh, the majority of the minecarts comes back here. Oh yeah, since the SMP is keep inventory on, the game rule has its on. What would happen is we would travel here via the minecart and then travel back via death. I would just kill myself so that I can travel back. So this is the base, the old base, and as you can see, he started doing like his farm shenanigans or his farm projects. He even made this super smelter over here, which I used once. It was so useful. Yeah, because I needed so much stone brick. No, stone, like actual stone, like this stone. But since I only had like a measly single furnace guy, um, what's called? I went to this old base and then just used that. It was so useful. It was so fast. This is the farm actually. This is where I enchant the majority of my my gear, since the other enchantment area was like enchantment and mob farm area was far away from my base, so I would usually just go there. I would usually go here to enchant stuff, but that was like a long time ago. Yeah, he has a farm field. That's cool. So this is like his old base, and I think he decided he had like plans of doing some buildings here, but he just stopped. Must have been really busy with other stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess this is a great time to showcase or to show you guys the instant travel technique that we've developed since since the server has keep inventory on. So let me just let me just get over here. Oh, well that's gonna be useful. And just plop down here into the hot sauna of magma. And you die, you keep your inventory, and then you return back to your server, into your like spawn point. So that was the things he's done. Now up to the next one. I suppose we can go next to this guy. Because again, this sorta relates back to cyan. Because okay, so this always hasn't been, or wait, how do you say this? This building, this base over here, wasn't always been this good looking, all right? Because what happened was the when how do I call him? Zig? Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Zig. When Zig went offline or inactive, he left like the Discord server, like our actual friend circle. He left for a couple of while. When that happened, he was sorta, he sorta said that, well, not like physically, but metaphoric. Well, again, oh god, what the fuck is happening? Oh, what happened was he, he well, let's just say he died. He died. All right, and then this what happened? Yeah. Oh god, I can't think of anything. Uh, uh. Let me drink. This is a third round of drinking. This is water. It's not beer. It's not alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. Look at my majestic base. It looks so beautiful. Ugh! It actually does. I have so many plans for this like mega terraforming island thing, but I've just been so busy with college and other stuff. But I guess let's continue with this base showcase for Zig's property. So what happened was he went offline. He died. So basically, we got his belongings. We just so happened to just went into his base, sneak a couple of materials back into our base, and well, what happened during the time where he was offline is Andre. Oh, you bad. Jesus Christ. Cyan decided to what's it called? What's the English term called? He decided to rebuild, renovate the whole entire building. The whole entire base was renovated by him. I helped a couple of few times, like designing the interior. This is my design. This is my design, and this was his design. Science design. This was his design. So I coupled, like, I just added in a couple of, like, a couple of poles of interior, because me, I'm an intricate idiot. So he full on just went and renovated the whole entire thing. He made this. Cyan made all of this. Actually, I don't think I did anything to share on the second floor. I just did a couple of things in the first floor. Also, I think, yeah, this was me also. What happened was, I was messing around when he was like working on the renovation for this building. I was messing around. I made this painting. What's it called? This painting trick. That's terrible. Can I do this? Oh, look at that. I made this thing so you can just go through. And I pestered him so much. Yeah, I pestered him to find me. I wanted us to play hide and seek because I made this thing, and but he was just kind of a killjoy, and just ignored me. That bastard, fucking Cyan, ignored me, and never happened. I'm running out of things to talk. No, I'm running out of things. I'm running out of energy. Let's see here. What happened? Also, yeah, Zig also did this whole thing. He wanted to flatten this whole thing and then made like an island above it. That was his plan. That was what he talked about. Yes, back then, but he died. He just died and then went back. He got resurrected by me. He got resurrected by me. Or someone else, I don't really know. But I think it was me anyways. Also, yesterday, we were talking about this, where for the first time in like a year or two, the guy actually came online and tried to like actually rid of the place with trees. But, so his solution was to basically, flame arson. No, that's not the right word. He wanted to make a forest fire essentially, and then clear out the whole entire thing automatically. Yeah, he even had like a sign here, AFK me here, and just wanted to sit here and just like let the whole forest burn. But it just so happened that the game rule in this server is also turned off. The fire tick or whatever it was, or fire spread. I mean, fire spread was off. Or yeah, it was off. So it didn't really go as planned, as he said, or as he did here. As this is an example of what he did. I don't know what else he actually did, because Because Cyan and I yesterday talked about went and hopped onto the server and talked about a couple of things. He essentially mentioned what what Zig did, and well, that's basically what happened. He tried to burn the whole forest down, but it didn't work. Also, the PP man. Who is the PP man? In this server, there is a titular mysterious player that hops in and basically causes havoc. And by havoc, I mean create a bunch of PPs in the server. I don't know who this perpetrator is, but we are in the case. I don't know. Wait, yeah, we are in the case of trying to find out who is the PP man. Who could it be? Who is the PP man? Who knows? We don't know. After all, it's been a while. After all, I've been inactive in the server for a while. It must be Cyan. Could be Cyan. You know, he's the most active one in the server. He must be the PP man, right? That's the only conclusion we can think of, right? The PP man must be Cyan. Or who else? Who else could it be? I don't know. It can't possibly be me. You know, I've been off in the server. He's an annoying one. That guy who just makes PP everywhere. Yeah. Don't mind that my my land here, my domain doesn't have a single PP. No, don't mind that, obviously. You know, it's not me after all. Moving on to, I guess, Herms. Yeah, Herbie. He's also a YouTuber. Go and check him out. I'm not gonna do the links. You just have to go and search for him. It's his YouTube name is Herbie. But the earlier history of the server, he went and built this temple. The temple where we worship the God Almighty Hermes. He is gone now. His throne is unopened. His throne is vacant. It's dusty. Sandy, also. And we haven't seen from him for a while. Well, obviously in Discord we talk a lot in Discord, but in the server, he has disappeared. He's gone. The Lord of this land, the God of this land, the God of this world is gone. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared one day. I don't know. Oh, I remember now, actually. There was this one time where we fought. Me and the god himself, Hermes. Hermes the god, or Hermes Lord of this world, of this land. We fought. We fought. It was an epic battle. It was in epic proportion. The battle was majestic. It was raining. A thunderstorm strikes at the surrounding area. Thunderstorm strikes at the ground, making... Or wait, no, lightning. It was... Oh no, I forgot. Lightning struck the ground, making thunder. God, oh God, I was trying to make it sound so epic. What have I done? Oh no. Okay, let's just continue with the narrative. What happened was, me and Hermes got into a fight. Obviously, like, not in like a dispute or like, you know, bad blood or anything like that. Just like a friendly PvP in the server. We went in a fight and he had a riptide on. That guy, fucking bastard, had a riptide on. Or was it riptide? Yeah, it was like the riptide. I think it was that. Could that actually be the weapon that struck me down? How dare he present his spoils? Fork of Hermes. Oh, that. My blood boils in the by the thought of him defeating me. Was it this one? Oh no, it wasn't. Oh no, don't tell me. Oh, it has loyalty and mending. Okay, well that's good. It wasn't this one. He had a what's it called? I forgot. He had a riptide enchantment or enchanted. What is it called again? Trident. Yes, he had that, and we had a battle. I only had my axe, my diamond axer, and he had his trident. We fought in that archipelago. In that archipelago, the rain, the thunderstorm was heavy. The thunderstorm covered my view, my perception. I only had my senses to rely on. He fly across the sky in great speed. I could barely even keep up. But with my great will, I struck him down once. I struck him down once with my axe in midair, and he fell to his doom. I won, but that triumph was only for a certain amount of time. That was a terrible sentence. For only a while. Since the god himself is immortal, I saw my defeat. The only way I saw my way out was to commit loyalty. Yes, I bowed my head before him for mercy and for charity, because I was running out of food back then. I was kind of perished actually, since I didn't have any farms. I only had to rely on like Cyan's food farm, but since he was since he was still very far away, the only way I could like have maintained my hunger bar was either to kill myself or to you know oh no, I forgot the sentence. To rely on scraps. God, I was so poor back then, and I'm still poor. But since the blessing of the gifts of Cyan has given me a bit of wealth, I've become wealthy ever since. But yeah, it was done in this archipelago. We fought, and I lost. I even struck him down once, but it wasn't enough, for his immortality was infinite. That's redundant. So yeah, this is the archipelago I did. It's looking kind of good actually. I really like it. I do have plans of making this into like a small town, like a house here, a house there. It was supposed to be like a ship depot where the ships would download or discharge, or no, what's it called? What's the term for it? Unload, yes, where the ships would unload their the resources, and then it gets into the mainland, which is going to be over there, and then basically this is the bridge that goes into the mainland. Actually, it goes through this lighthouse, which is going to be a lighthouse, but it's still temporary. I'm planning on changing the build style, technically, the structure. But right now it's just going to look like this, which looks fine. It doesn't look the best. It kind of looks kind of shit. I said kind of twice. That, oh my god. But yeah, it's just that. Yeah, I'm gonna change it later in the future anyway. I don't know when. And then if you've been wondering what this whole entire place is and why is it such a mess, it's supposed to be a black or a it's supposed to be like a basalt basalt arrangement, like no, basalt formation. If you go and search it up online in Google, if you search it up, basalt formation near beach or shore beach, or black sand near beach or basalt near a beach or something like that. That's basically the concept behind this thing. It's basically just a formation of basalt, um, looking like this. And if you look closely, it's looking that way. It's going that way. It's like a coral reef, but it's not a coral reef. It's a formation of rocks. Rocks. There's like a small cavern here. There's even water, uh, aqueducts. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not aqueducts. Those are just buckets, water buckets that's been collected. So it goes from here to over here, and yeah, I'm not that proud of what I did with the basalt formation. It doesn't look that good, in my honest opinion. I did a couple of sketches in another world. We'll see like how it's going to look like, and the overall look of it kind of looks nice, but overall I need to add a bit more softer textures in the palette, since the transition between like the sand and then into like the black what's it called again? What's this? The black deep slate doesn't look great. And also I decided to make it out of deep slate instead of like basalt, because there is basalt block. There is a basalt block in this game, but I never really got into it, or I didn't like the look of it. I do plan on having that basalt block be included or integrated into the texturing part of this. But since I haven't been in this server for a while, I haven't actually done any texturing in that, or rendering, or texturing, whatever. Yeah, texturing on those basalt formation, as I call it. So there's a bridge that goes this way, and then there's this one little bit of island here where it's going to feature more basalt basalt formation. It's going to feature more basalt formation that goes like from here to over there. But again, I just can't. I fucking can't. Also, there was this naturally generated like crack in this whatever this is, this island. So what I did is continued the crack in this cliff over here, and then it continues over the whole entire field. It even goes into the other side, which, in my honest opinion, looks fucking cool. Yeah, I'm proud of that one, but not entirely, to be honest with you. This whole thing, I'm not that proud of, but again, it's good enough for me, to be honest. It's good enough for me. It looks good. It looks fine. All I need to do now is add a couple of more tweaks, a couple of more decorations, and so on and so forth. Then it's going to be finished soon. What I am proud of is this cliff right over here. That cliff looks so cool looking. I love it so much. I want to like feature it over here as well. This mountain. So this mountain is going to be a massive one. If we go up here into my whatever number of view tower, as I call these things. Yeah, view towers. It's going to be a big one, and it's going to feature a telescope. No, not a solar, but stellar, so a scope. It's going to be a telescope, cosmic telescope. You know, one of those like big telescope that is like right on top of mountain ranges, just for like astrologists to look at the the space. It's gonna look like that, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think this is big enough of a mountain, but I do plan to make it big. So yeah, I'm still laying down the foundation of what it's going to look like. Please, preserver. Yeah, it's just basically laying down the foundation. Then eventually I'll add more and more and more and more. It'll actually, yeah, you'll be able to see what's going to happen in this place soon. There's going to be more over there, obviously. I have drawn it out. I've gotten myself a layout of what it's going to look like. So this whole play is going to be looking mighty pleasant. It's gonna look so cool. It's cool. Yeah, it extends over there, but the mountain range is going to be in the middle of this island. But I will call this side. I don't know. Wait, what? I forgot. That's east. Is that east? I don't know. I've forgotten. I forgot what I've learned. I think that's east. So that would be north. Is that north? I can technically go to F3 and see which is... Oh, that is north. So basically, this north side is going to be the central city. It's going to feature a lot of... well, obviously it's going to start off with the town hall, and then a market right next to like the depot area. And then there's going to be a mountain range. There's going to be a path that goes from over here and over here and then over there. Oh wait, no, it doesn't actually go over here. It goes over here. It's straight. It goes to straight over here. Here, there's going to be a cliff here, and then this is going to be the pathway going up into the mountain. And yeah, that's the current layout, or that's the current foundation of what I have. And I think that's about it. That's basically all of the things that's done. I'll have to review the video later on. It's gonna be fine. But it's just going to be a showcase. I think when I have the time again, probably tomorrow, I don't know. No, in today, which is January 17, 2024. I did say that in the beginning, but just in case. I don't know when the episode 1 is going to be releasing. Since I'll be reviewing this, I'll have my study on me for the first episode. I need to get that organized. I have a couple of a list of pointers and reminders. I need to get those organized as well. There's a lot of things that needs to be done. But, like I said, I didn't do anything for the past 5 days. This is like the only productive thing that I've done, which is, yeah, it's not even that good. But it's a start, and I don't really mind it. Yeah, I don't know how the quality of the videos are going to happen in the future episode. I don't know if it's going to be edited or if it's going to be just an uncut raw image or raw video going to be uploaded in my YouTube channel. I think I should edit it for a couple of while, but I think overall I won't cut that much since the silent is going to be part of the podcast. It's not going to be edited. Well, it's going to be edited just in case things happens or if there's like a cool there's actually a cool clip, clippable area, a clippable segment of the video. I think I'm gonna edit that, see if I can make it more interesting for you guys to watch. But I think overall, I don't think this is going to explode or anything like that. I don't really have any expectation. Well, yeah, I've said you guys the expectation of the video. But my expectation of this whole series aren't going to be that high of a caliber. I don't think so. So, because the purpose, again, let me just reiterate, the purpose of this whole series is just going to be me trying to improve my communication, my speech, my commentary could also be a cool practice for this one. But overall, articulation, having to think and talk at the same time, having to do things, like actually building. I have to build and think at the same time is also a challenge for me, obviously. So that's going to be a cool little segments to look forward to, and like how it's going to improve later in the future. So yeah, a lot of things are a lot of expectations that's going to happen, but I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I have no clue. Obviously, I'm gonna try to improve what I did not do wrong. And also, just a reminder, just a precaution or a disclaimer, I suppose. A precaution is like it's a bit severe. It's like it's throwing off whether or not you should watch this. It's not a precaution. It's more of a disclaimer. I am a lazy person. I actually am a very slothful person. I am slow. I am a lazy person. I am absolutely a lazy person. I've said it 3 times, so you should be able to remember it. But yeah, I'm basically a lazy person, and with this, I think it should increase my productivity, my productivity discipline, if that's even like a word to be connecting with. But yeah, I just hope that this series is going to help me improve on a lot of things, in my honest opinion. There are so many problems I have to improve on. Obviously, also, one more thing, before I guess I end this video, is that this is not going to be exclusively Minecraft related. Yeah, it's not gonna be Minecraft related. Did you know that well, obviously you wouldn't know. I guess this would be my first time mentioning it in this YouTube channel, but essentially what happened is, over the years where I haven't uploaded anything, I've gotten myself a couple of games actually. Yeah, I've started gaming on other games apart from Minecraft. And I guess that explains a lot why I have been very much inactive in Minecraft, since I've been playing other games. First of all, there's Genshin. I can probably do a solo podcast or a stream. I don't know if I should do stream. I would love to do stream because I think that would be a cool one. Talk and play stream episode whatever. Or I can do Genshin stream or Genshin videos or Genshin solo podcast video. Or I can do the 2 games that I bought over the years, or over the past year, last year. I bought 2 games. This was during, I think it was like September and December. In September, I bought Elden Ring. September, I bought Elden Ring. So that's a cool game to actually play. Yeah, I've been playing Elden Ring. It's my first FromSoft game. I do plan on buying Bloodborne in the future if I save enough money, and obviously if I save enough money for it. But obviously I'm saving money for other things as well. Also, it might take a while, but for now I have Elden Ring to play and make a video out of, and make a solo podcast video out of. So that's gonna be cool and interesting to do and look forward to. For me, anyways, not for you guys. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing here. But, well, if you reach the end of this episode, holy shit, thank you for watching the video. Comment down below what the fuck I did wrong, the things that I should be changing and I should be improving on. That would be very much grateful. That would be very much useful. And I would be incredibly grateful for obviously the feedback. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, Elden Ring, and then the other one was in December. It was like right after New Year and in the holidays. I basically bought this game in the holidays because it was in discount, and it was Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. I've finished Doom 2016 now, and I'm currently in the middle of finishing the first campaign of Doom Eternal. And then there's the DLC in Doom Eternal that I want to buy as well. But again, that's going to happen in the future. Oh, God, it feels so nice. Also, I've been standing this whole entire 1 hour, so that's a full exercise, I suppose. You could say I did do my exercise by standing and talking at the same time while also playing the game. Look at that! I feel so fulfilled. Not really. Yeah, I feel good, obviously, but again, I should keep my expectations low. Obviously, again, I think the discussions are going to be happening in list. I'll have things listed down in a paper, and I'll be talking about those types of stuff. stuff so that I can practice my, obviously, again, the purpose and all that shit. Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully I didn't forget anything, because I want to mention all the things, before I end off the video. Let's see here. I don't think there's much anyways. If I can remember it during any episode of this series, and during any future episode of this series, if I can remember it, I'll just mention it abruptly, I suppose. I'd be talking about I'll be talking about whatever topic that I'll be thinking about. I'll be talking about why pineapple on pizza is great and people should love it because pineapple on pizza is awesome. And then immediately turns into oh, did you guys know that I built a fan just now, which is untrue, and it's probably never gonna happen where I'll be able to build my own fan. I don't think that's gonna happen, but again, some random shit could happen in my life, and I can mention it during this solo podcast. I am very much excited to be working on this solo podcast. This is going to be episode 0 of the podcast. I'll be working on the intro and the outro, obviously, to make it more official. And overall, I think that's basically all I need to talk about for this podcast. And also the length of the podcast will vary. It might fluctuate to a full-on hour, and then some episode could be a full-on 8 hours of me just talking, or even just an 8 hours of me playing the game and streaming. Because I do plan on streaming, streaming a game in the format of solo podcast, which would be cool. Or could it? Actually, I don't know the full definition of what a solo podcast is. I've been using the term solo podcast, but I'm not entirely sure what it actually means. So let's just say it's a talk and play let's play, a talk and play series in my YouTube channel. I'll have to search more on the terms and stuff so that I don't embarrass myself, obviously. But yeah, it could also be actually solo podcast. Forget about that. It could also be just a gaming podcast. I'll be gaming and then I'll be podcasting at the same time. Who knows? I have no fucking clue what's going to happen because I haven't researched that much yet. God, my throat is so dry. God, that was cool. That was nice. I'll just cut that off,